office, that this kind of abuse of power would happen if he won. But like I just said, with Cecilia and Fernand, Molly, the American voters voted for him anyway.
Yeah, so what I would say is it is this suspension of disbelief that voters have around Trump, which is, and we saw a ton of reporting which explained this. You have voters who say, yes, he says he's going to do that, but he's not really going to do that. He brags about it, but he's not really going to do it. So a lot of these voters, and you see this in like you had all these Latino voters vote for him, but they were like, he's not going to deport me. He's not going to deport my family. He's not going to deport the undocumented relative I have in my family. And so, look, that suspension of disbelief, I think, is how we got here. And, you know, I think that he will be able to do some of these things.
So, Harry, what's the legal recourse for people or companies if they end up within the crosshairs of Trump and the DOJ and, as you call them, the flunkies that are going to do his bidding?
Yeah. Look, there are a lot of legal remedies. You can bring something against the government for a politically trumped-up prosecution, but there's not going to be any kind of personal remedy, as you were very right to couple everything that he's doing now with the immunity decision. He did it himself when he said he would fire Jack Smith within 2 seconds. And as a general matter, we rely on the professionalism and fairness of the DOJ, and there just are not a lot of remedies out there, not to mention Don Bannon's crowing about having the federal judiciary populated with Trump judges. This is really serious stuff, and it is a fundamental erosion if it takes place. And I think, Katie, it's going to take place, at least in some part, with an absolute bedrock assumption about the criminal justice system since at least Watergate. We are really going back to a government of man, not of laws.
Molly,